5-paragraph essay. So, now that we've pretty much learned how to write effective paragraphs, it's time to elevate to the 5-paragraph essay. So how many paragraphs is a 5-paragraph essay? No, it's not 6, it's 5. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. So let's talk about what the 5-paragraph essay entails. First, it has the introductory paragraph, which introduces your overall topic. At the very end of your intro paragraph, you have what's called a thesis statement, where you list 3 supporting ideas for your claim. Now, those 3 supporting ideas become 3 individual body paragraphs. Body paragraph 1 matches because clause number 1. Body paragraph 2 matches because clause statement number 2. And body paragraph 3 matches because clause statement number 3. After you've listed your 3 body paragraphs, you're going to have your conclusion paragraph, where you bring the reader to a close and you wrap up and you make your final statement. So let's start at the beginning with the introductory paragraph. First VIP you should know, the introductory paragraph is a really detailed, effective paragraph or topic sentence, topic paragraph. So let's break down what an effective paragraph looks like. And now let's talk about what an introductory paragraph will have. First, our effective paragraphs always had a topic sentence, what the paragraph is going to be about. The second thing an effective paragraph had was supporting details or evidence that referred back to or supported the topic. And the last thing an effective paragraph always had was a conclusion or the big so what statement. Now, the introductory paragraph has some of the same concepts, but they're named a little differently. Instead of a topic sentence in your introductory paragraph, you're going to have a detailed hooker. The next thing now, and that is replacing the topic sentence. Replacing supporting details or evidence is the hooker support. Whatever sentences you need to add that will elaborate on or support the hooker sentence you just wrote. And then the last sentence in your introductory paragraph is this thesis statement. The thesis statement is pretty much the roadmap to your entire essay. It's what the reader is always going to refer back to, and it's what you as the writer promise the reader to deliver throughout the course of your essay. So, let's talk about first the hooker. VIP number 2, the hooker is short. It's only about 1 to 2 sentences. It's not going to be very detailed. So, the hooker is designed to hook or engage your reader. The hooker is broad. You don't want to give too much away. You don't want to say off the very top first 2 sentences of your essay, I disagree with the school dress code. You're giving everything away. You want to pique the audience's interest. You want to make them keep reading, because to read 5 paragraphs is a lot. And in order for the reader to keep reading them, you need a strong hooker. So let's look at 3 different ways that you can format your hooker. The first way is ask a rhetorical question. If you don't know the meaning of rhetorical means a question that doesn't have to be answered by someone. So here's one. Why do political leaders choose to go to war? Now, that's not a strong hooker, but it is a rhetorical question to get the reader thinking. The second way that you can start your introductory paragraph with a good hooker is to tell a story, anecdote, or a homily. My brother is currently deployed in Iraq. Automatically, my interest is piqued because I may know someone who's deployed in Iraq. I may know some things or have an opinion about men and women that are soldiers that are deployed in Iraq. So automatically, this story, anecdote, or homily has my interest. It's engaged me, It's not really too broad because I have no idea where the writer's going, and it's piqued my interest. And then lastly, give a great quote. War and violence will never yield peace. That's an excellent quote. I'm engaged. It's broad. I have no idea where the writer may be going, and it's piqued my interest. So, if your hooker engages the reader, it's broad, and it piques your interest, you have a good hooker. Now, a hooker is only as good or as great as the support that comes after it. So, if we ask a rhetorical question, the hooker says, I have to answer it. Why do political leaders choose to go to war? Don't they realize war never solves anything? So I could answer the rhetorical question with another question. Tell a story, anecdote, or homily. My brother is currently deployed in Iraq. He's fighting for the liberties we take for granted every day. So, as you can see, I'm getting a little more detail. So I started real broad, but now all of a sudden I'm getting more and more into what my thesis statement is going to be. Give a great quote. If I give a great quote, I want to explain the quote's meanings. When I tell a story, anecdote, or homily, I discuss the meaning or continue the story. So let's look at give a great quote. When I give a great quote, once again, I explain the quote's meaning. War and violence will never yield peace. Yet Britain chose to ignore this advice by entering in World War I. Aha, look, I was really broad. Now I've gotten more specific. Now I'm kind of telling my reader I'm going to be discussing Britain's entering into World War I. So as you get closer and closer to your thesis statement, your sentences become more specific in nature. And then finally you get to the BAM, the roadmap.